Hi, everyone. My name is Kara Harvey, and I want to say thank you so much for getting on our webinar tonight. I'm going to be talking a little bit about what the coaching opportunity is, as well as giving you some background information about my story, my team, and just kind of how I've been able to get here. So I'm going to screen share a presentation. So if you're listening on the phone or if you're unable to see it right now, don't worry. I'll definitely send you the recording so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about as I go through. But I really just want to say thank you for taking your time tonight to, get out here and talk to me and to really just learn about coaching. I appreciate your time and I want to respect it. And so I want to get started right away with just telling you about the Beachbody coach opportunity. And I'm going to start that with talking about me and my story. So when I think about my story, I think a lot about somebody who was really lost for a really long time. I was overweight for most of my life. I remember being in maybe like 5th or 6th grade and asking my parents to send me to like fat camp because I didn't know, I wanted to lose weight and they really didn't know how to help me. We ate a lot of fast food growing up, a lot of processed stuff. And I realized from a young age that I struggled with binge eating. And I struggled with it because I was feeding a lot of my emotions with food. I could never just eat like one Pop-Tart. It would be an entire box. And then for a huge chunk of my life, I was sneaking food. I would hide it in my bedroom. And even as an adult, I would get food from a fast food place and I would eat it in my car. And up until recently, this was something that I did because I was embarrassed and I didn't want to admit that I was putting more stock in food than I was myself. And for a long time, I just didn't know what to do. And so I was really unhappy with the way I looked. I was really upset with the person I was. And I was really honestly just mean to myself, like said a lot of things that like if anyone said that to my kids, I would probably kill them. But I just hated myself. But I didn't want anyone on the outside to know that. And so I appeared very happy. If you ask a lot of people who knew me growing up, they would say Kara's probably like a fun-loving girl. She was the party girl. Everybody liked her, because in my head I thought like, who's going to like the fat, sad girl? And like, isn't that terrible? But that's what I thought. And so, I kind of buried my feelings and some of the depression that I went through with food and with alcohol. From the time I was 15 to about 26, I drank to forget. And it wasn't that I was drinking during the day all the time, but I was drinking a lot. And when I drank, it was to become a different person, and when I look back at it, I think how terrible it was because it really, really unhinged my emotions. There were times in my life where I was suicidal, and I remember times sitting in my sorority house in college after a night of drinking with a knife up to my arm, telling myself to kill myself, but I wouldn't do it, and then I would berate myself for not being strong enough to even do that. And it was really tough for me because I didn't want people to know what I was going through. And so my anxiety got kind of really bad, and I just hid everything away. Up until the time I was about 26, I wanted to, maybe when I was like 24, I decided let me start exercising, and I started running a little bit and eating a little bit better. And when I was 26, I met my now husband, and we both wanted to lose some weight, so we did Weight Watchers together. And I liked Weight Watchers because I could eat pizza and drink beer, and it was okay, and I thought I was being healthy. And I was losing a little bit of weight, maybe like 10, 15 pounds. But my husband lost 30 and I was really bummed. I was like, what are you doing? And he said, well, I'm doing P90X. And I was like, well, I'm going to the gym, and going to the gym for me meant walking around and like looking at stuff, maybe doing something on the treadmill or the elliptical. I never touched the weights. I didn't know what I was doing. I was wasting my time. And so because he had the results with P90X, I decided that I was going to try a Beachbody program. And I will completely admit that I bought my very first one, Turbo Jam, on Amazon. I bought it on Amazon. I did it for a month, and I had such a blast with it. If you've ever done Turbo Jam, Shalene Johnson. She's so much fun. So I thought, all right, let me do another program. And my next program that I did was Shalene Extreme. Again, I'm going to admit it. I bought it off Amazon. I looked at the Beachbody website and I was like, this is expensive. I'm not spending this money. Because at this point, I had spent so much money on Weight Watchers and diet pills and diet teas and detox. I even went once and got laser fat reduction on my fat cells, which didn't work and just wasted all of my money because I just wanted a quick fix. But I wouldn't invest in myself. And what I learned was the actual way to lose weight healthily was clean eating and exercise. So I did Chalene Extreme, and I loved it. I lost maybe about 20 more pounds doing Chalene Extreme. And I was really, really pleased with my results. And that's how I found my Beachbody coach, Hillary. I was going on YouTube. I don't know about you, but for me, like, a motivator is like searching other success stories. And I went on YouTube and I was searching for Chalene Extreme testimonies, and I saw Hillary and I thought, wow, like, she's did it. I really like her. And so I found her on Facebook and I stalked her and didn't say a word to her for maybe like 4 months. So maybe you're on this webinar right now and you're like, I stalked you, Kara, for a long time. It's cool. I did it too. And you know, I just watched her and I saw how consistent she was. And finally I reached out to her. She told me about a challenge group she was doing, and I was interested in doing Turbo Fire. As you can tell, Chalene Johnson is my favorite trainer. But I didn't want to spend the money on Shakeology because, again, I didn't think I was worth it. I thought, yeah, you've lost about 30 pounds, but you're just going to do something else and waste your money and fail again. So why spend the money? Obviously, at the time, I didn't know that. I was just making excuses like I didn't have the money, but I did. I was also queen of overdrafting my account. I never knew where my money was going. Now that I look back, I know exactly where it was going. I was spending $50 to $100 a night at the bar. I was buying fast and convenience foods. I was going to Wawa and getting Starbucks for breakfast. That's where my money was going. But it wasn't invested in myself. So finally, I said yes to her, and I said, all right, I will join your challenge group. And so about a month into the group, I was drinking Shakeology, doing Turbo, and I'm down about 40 pounds at this point. I'm feeling great. But I was at the grocery store and I looked in my wallet and I realized that I didn't have any money left. And I said, oh no, like, I don't want to get rid of Shakeology. I feel amazing. I used to drink 2 Monster energy drinks a day and coffee. And I don't know how my heart didn't explode. But with Shakeology, I didn't need any of that. My cravings were reduced. I felt good. And I didn't want to get rid of it. But I said to her, you know, Hillary, I can't afford it and I'm really sorry. And she said, well, have you thought about coaching? You could get a discount. And to be honest, I had, but I was afraid. Who would be motivated by me? I couldn't help anyone. I mean, no one would want me to coach them. And I was just kind of waiting for someone to believe in me, I think. And so she told me about the 25% discount, and I love to save money. So I said, why not? So that was in August of 2012. For about 4 months, I didn't really do anything. My husband got Shakeology because he was drinking mine, and I signed him up as my first coach because I was tired of him drinking my Shakeology. And so he got his order as well. And my one of my best friends signed up as well. But I didn't really run too many groups. I was just doing my own journey at this point. And then my coach Hillary said, you should go to this coach summit. It's amazing. And so I went to our coach summit in Vegas. And it changed everything for me. I saw these amazing people with these success stories who, honestly, I thought were all photoshopped. I saw people shredding mortgages on stage. I saw this positive community of people that I didn't realize was missing in my life. And I came home and I said to my husband, I think I want to do this full time. I love teaching. I was a school teacher at this point, and I'd been a teacher for 8 years. But I had given so much of myself to everyone else that I had forgotten to have any for me. I had forgotten that it was okay to do things for me. I was working 60 hours a week at school, and I was tired, and it was really draining on me. And it was so draining I didn't realize until I went through a span of time where I just cried every day on the way to work because the pressure just felt like too much. So my husband is so supportive, and he said, listen, if that's what you want, figure out, this is exactly what we need to make this work, figure it out. And so I backwards planned, and I worked really hard for a year to grow my team and to help as many people as I could. And I was able to, in June of 2014, retire as a full-time school teacher. And now it's been a full year that I've been home, getting to be a wife and getting to be a stepmom and getting to go on field trips and run errands during the day and spend time with coaches and really invest in my challengers. And it's amazing. I love teaching. And if I had stayed in education, I would have stayed right where I was. But the freedom I found this year in just doing something that I knew would benefit me and my family is amazing. And so I feel this pressure lifted off me, and, you know, have not only been able to maintain my 50-pound weight loss, but I've been able to, you know, be a really healthy person. I'm currently 14 weeks pregnant right now, and I know that I'm going to gain weight back. I mean, obviously, but I feel so confident that I'm not going to gain the 50 pounds. And I'm going to gain it healthy. And if whatever weight I gain, I know how to lose it. And that's an amazing feeling to know that no matter what, I know how to live a healthier lifestyle. My husband is, you know, lost his 30 pounds and is super healthy, and we both work out, not always together because I don't really like to work out with him, but we both work out daily, and, you know, it's part of our lifestyle now. On top of it, a team that started with just one person is now, I think we hit almost our 100th coach this week. And it's just amazing. It's amazing to see what's grown. And so that's just a little bit about me. And what I'd love to share now is about the actual coach opportunity, because I'm sure you have some questions. So let me tell you a little about Team Beachbody. So in 1998, Carl Deichler and John Congdon, they formed Beachbody. This was primarily infomercials. That was the number one way that they got, you know, their message out and people heard about it. P90X is probably the biggest household name. Around 2007, they said, wow, all of these people are buying from us through referrals of people who've had results. Why don't we open it up to other people? And they started the Coach Network. Since then, we've evolved so much. Some of these names, Insanity, TurboFire, Body Beast, 21 Day Fix, PIO, these are household names. We have the number 1 through 5 infomercials for health and fitness on TV, and we are a household name. We also launched in 2009 Shakeology, which is our nutrient-dense meal replacement shake, which has helped so many people get healthier, lose weight, and reduce cravings. Just a little bit about our revenue. As we started as an $8 million company, we actually ended 2014 as a $1 billion company, which is amazing to see where we've come from. And most of that is through the Coach Network. I know often people also say, you know, I know a lot of Beachbody coaches. Well, we started with 40, and we currently, this slide is a little old, have over 300,000 coaches. I am proud to say that I ended 2014 as number 421 out of about 280,000 coaches, and I'm still going strong this year. And sometimes people will say to me, like, well, isn't the market saturated? Like, everybody's a Beachbody coach. And I ask them to look around. 2/3 of the US and Canada, including our children, are obese or overweight. We have an epidemic in this country, and my hope is that with Team Beachbody, coaches will be able to help motivate and impact people to decrease this. We will never run out of people to help when there are people who need to be healthier. Heart disease is killing so many people in this world, and I honestly believe that nutrition can prevent so many diseases. So I think it's important to just remember that. Like, you might know a Beachbody coach, but maybe that coach doesn't connect with you, and you might want to find another one. So there's always people to help. So what makes Team Beachbody unique? So there's a bunch of things. Like I said, I did Weight Watchers before. I've gone to the gym before, but those were kind of all segregated from each other. Team Beachbody, we have the fitness programs. We have the nutrition with Shakeology and our vitamins and our supplement lines. But we also have what is so important is the peer support in challenge groups and the rewards with the Beachbody Challenge all together that really make us different from any other health and fitness company. We also have Shakeology. This is only available through coaches. If you buy a program, sometimes they'll send you a sample, but customers can only get Shakeology through a coach. And, you know, Shakeology has over 70 vitamins and minerals and natural ingredients. This is something that was important to me because, like I had said, I had done Weight Watchers, and I liked Weight Watchers, but I felt like I wasn't being as healthy as possible because I was allowed to eat processed foods. And, you know, oh, well, this Weight Watchers bread says it's 100 calories, or this Weight Watchers Twinkie, like, I can eat this. And all those ingredients are not, they're not good for you, but it's the marketing they do. And so what was important for me with Shakeology was that there was no artificial sweeteners. There was no garbage. If I'm going to treat my body right, I want to put the right stuff in it. And sometimes I'll hear people say, oh, Shakeology's, you know, so expensive. Well, I don't know about that. What I do know is that if I was to make my own shake, it would cost about $40 a serving. So for $4 a serving, I'm A-okay with someone else going to Africa and going to Central America and getting the ingredients and making it for me. Another reason, like I said, that I love Shakeology is because of the energy it gives me. I don't need caffeine anymore. I can have energy to get through my day. Currently, we have 4 flavors. We also have 2 that are regular, and then we have 2 vegan flavors. So, there is something for everyone. It's gluten-free, and I know that's a big concern for a lot of people. So for people who have food sensitivities, the vegan flavors are probably the great way to go. The other thing is we have something for everyone. So not only do we have a fitness program, but we have equipment and supplementals, and we have detox and refresh programs that are 3 days or 21 days, depending on how long you want your journey to be. And on top of it, the proven results. Like I said, I thought these people in these pictures were photoshopped. I thought they weren't real. I thought that they were all fake. And then I met them and I realized that they were all real people doing real things. One of my favorite things about Team Beachbody is the network. Coaches are just ordinary people doing extraordinary things. They are some of the most positive people that I've ever met. They are willing to help you even if you're not in the same coach network. I have coaches on my team from all over US and Canada. We have a nice East Coast team, we have a Texas team, we have a California team, we have a Canadian team. We're all over the place. And we're able to connect with social media and help each other, so you're not alone. So I want to tell you a little bit about what a coach is. Let me start with what it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. You can choose to get certified to teach some of the live formats, but you don't have to. You don't have to already be at your fitness and nutrition goals. Like I said, when I started, I was not at my goal weight. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, but I'm not at my goal, so who would be motivated by me? Everyone. Anyone who wants to see someone succeed would be motivated by you. And you also don't have to be an experienced salesperson. The focus isn't so much on sales, it's on sharing. And that's what a coach should be. You should be sharing how people can change their lives and achieve their goals, being committed to being proof the product works, which means working out and drinking Shakeology, living a healthy lifestyle. I'll tell you, one of my favorite things about coaching is that I am accountable. If I tell my challengers that they should be drinking half their body weight in ounces in water on Wednesdays, which was our challenge yesterday, you darn better believe that I'm going to do the same thing. So it helps me stick to my goals. Another one of our pillars is improving and developing yourself. We focus on personal development so that not only are you a good coach, but you're just a better person. So some of the benefits of being a coach, there's a lot of them. You set your own hours. When I was teaching, again, I worked 60 hours a week. So I would put in about 5 to 10 hours a week with Beachbody, and that was all I could afford to put in, and that was A-okay. Now it's my full-time job. And some weeks I put in 40 hours. Some weeks I put in 20. It's really completely up to me. And you can be full-time, part-time, however you want to work it. You can build it online or in person. I have about 30% of the people I work with are in person. I know them in real life. 70% are people I've met on social media and that I help online. And you get to share something that you're passionate about and attract other positive people towards you. We also have a ton of amazing rewards. So in the most basic sense, a commission for a Beachbody coach is 25%. So for example, if someone goes to your website and buys something off your website, you would get a 25% commission. But on top of it, what's awesome is that you also get a bonus for team growth. So as your team grows and more coaches sign, you are able to benefit and everyone on your team is able to get a bonus as well. We have amazing trips. This April, I got a free trip to Cancun that me and my husband got to take, and it was our anniversary trip, so thank you, Beachbody, for sending us. And we're going on a cruise that we're earning for next year as well. We also have, coming up in a month, our Coach Summit in Nashville. Ton of recognition. Each week we have a weekly corporate call where people get recognized. You can see on the slide there's a bunch of t-shirts and stuff that you can get every single month for helping people, and a ton of learning and personal development to just become a better you. The support network is also huge. We have a quick start that'll start your business in 7 days if you're ready to get going. On my team, we also run our Business Basics, which is a 30-day program that we run each month on Facebook to help coaches get started, a huge training academy and a team website, and all the marketing tools. Because Beachbody is a household name, it's not that difficult to market for it because everyone knows what we're talking about. We also have a monthly newsletter, a weekly wake-up call, and a ton of stuff on social media. What to expect from my team, which is Team Invictus. We are a huge family. I never anticipated starting and just being me and now being at about 100 coaches. These men and women on this team are fabulous people. They work on their own journey. We help each other out. We learn from each other, and we run groups together, so you never feel like you're alone. We do a weekly team call. We run monthly leadership and training skill groups, and we recognize each other for our hard work. I can't say enough about how much I love the team that I work for. Honestly, some of my teammates I'm better friends with than people I've known for 10 years because they've just been such an amazing resource for me. So now that I've given you kind of a bird's eye view about coaching, I want to talk to you a little bit about your options. You have a couple. You can say, I'm ready to join your team and help others achieve their health and fitness goals while achieving mine. Or, you know what, I'd like to join a challenge group that you've been talking about to focus on mine. So if you join as a coach, my number one suggestion is to get a challenge pack. Like I said in the beginning, I like to save money. This will 100% save you money because you'll get a fitness program, your first shipment of Shakeology and Home Direct, a month of the Beachbody Club, which gets you Beachbody On Demand, and they will waive the $40 fee. If you've ever bought a challenge pack in the past, you can actually sign up as a coach for free. You would have to pay the $39.95 and then fill out a form, and within 72 hours, they'll reimburse you the money. You could also pay the enrollment fee and buy either Shakeology or a fitness program. And know that next month, your Shakeology will be on 25% off discount and anything else you buy. There is an ongoing service fee. It's $15.95, though depending on where you live, I think mine just went up to like $16.30. This is 100% worth it. You get media promotion, brand awareness. I don't know too much about algorithms and websites, but they do. So they make your website for you. All of our customer support, our technical support, our shipping, you don't ever have to carry product. It all goes through this and we don't have to worry about it. If you choose to join as a customer, you have the same options. You can get the challenge pack, Shakeology, and Home Direct, or a fitness program. So here's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna give you a little homework because the person that invited you here, if it's not me, they might not even know that you're on this call. So I want you to reach out to them, but if they reach out to you, they're probably gonna ask you, what did you like most about the presentation? Does Team Beachbody feel like a fit that could help you achieve your goals? And which option appeals to you, customer or coach? And I want you to think, what can becoming a coach do for me? Who can I help? What are my goals and dreams? And how can Team Beachbody help? The other thing I want to offer is a special prize tonight for anyone who's on this webinar live. If you go to my Facebook page, I'd like you to make a comment about something you learned in the presentation that maybe you didn't know. Could be about my story, could be about Team Beachbody, could be about anything. And I just want you to say, hey, Kara, I didn't know that, and tell me what you learned. And anyone who did that, I'm going to raffle off a prize tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the screen share and stop the recording. If you're on live and you have any questions, I'd love to take questions. I'd love to set up a follow-up conversation to answer those questions if you don't feel super comfortable answering them right now. If you're watching the recording, please reach out to the coach that sent you here. We would love to have you on our team, and we would love to just answer all your questions for you. Thanks for your time. I'm going to stop this recording now.